You memorize 300 words, maybe 1000, or maybe even more. But when it's your time to speak, you can't think of a thing to say. So, why does it happen? If vocabulary is the building block of a language, then why doesn't learning a lot of words make you fluent? Let's talk about that. Hey, welcome back. If you ever spent hours with flashcards, apps, or word lists and still struggle to hold a real conversation, you're not bad at languages. You're just missing the key piece of how communications actually work. So, knowing words is important, of course, but knowing words and being able to use them are two completely different things. And that difference changes everything. So, when you memorize vocabulary, you usually learn it in isolation. A word on one side, a translation on the other. So, your brain thinks that this word, that meaning. Great, but real conversations don't happen in isolation. They happen fast, they happen in sentences, they happen with emotions, interruptions, and different accents. So, when someone speaks to you, your brain doesn't ask, "Can I remember this word from my flashcards?" It asks, "Can I understand this whole message and respond immediately?" Here's one of the biggest traps in language learning. You see a word and you recognize it, and it feels familiar, and you think, "Nice, you know this word." But could you have produced it yourself in a sentence at full speed? Often the answer is no. It's like recognizing someone's face versus remembering their name under pressure. Two very different abilities. Imagine you learned the word appointment, for example, and you know the translation perfect, and now someone asks, "So, hey, when's your dentist thing tomorrow?" And suddenly you're searching your brain like the detective. You're thinking, "Dentist time, what was the word?" And by the time you actually get to the word, the conversation has already moved on and it's too late. So the problem isn't knowledge, it's the access speed. Native speakers don't build sentences word by word from dictionaries in their heads. They use chunks and patterns. For example, "I was looking for," "do you mind if," and these kind of phrases come out automatically. If you only memorize individual vocabulary, you never train those automatic combinations. So speaking might feel like assembling IKEA furniture without instructions. Possible, but stressful. Vocabulary memorization feels amazing. Numbers go up, streaks continue, and it feels productive. But then the reality hits in conversations, and you will realize that fluency didn't really increase the same way. And that can be really discouraging. Here's the good news: vocabulary isn't useless, you just have to learn it differently. So instead of memorizing words, memorize usage. Learn how the word appears in the real sentences, what comes before and after it, and in what situations people actually use it in. Knowing many words is like having food in your kitchen. Great, but cooking requires recipes and practice, not just ingredients sitting in your fridge. And in our case, sentences are the recipes and conversation is the cooking. So if you've been blaming yourself, stop. It didn't fail, you have been just training the wrong muscle. So thank you all for watching, and please let me know in the comments what has been the biggest challenge for you when you have been trying to practice a new language. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!